You can download the art seen in the video for free, link in the description. To animate a sprite sheet, there are two methods. One is the built-in AnimatedSprite node, and another is to use a sprite node with an AnimationPlayer node. For the AnimatedSprite node method, first add an AnimatedSprite 2D to your scene. I'll set the texture filter over to nearest as I'm using pixel art. Then go to AnimationPlayer Frames and create a new sprite frame. Click it again to open it in the bottom. We'll then select this grid button to open up a sprite sheet that you can download for free, link in the description. You can use Control or Command plus the scroll wheel to zoom in. I'll keep the horizontal at 4 and change the vertical to 3 because that is the amount of frames in my sprite sheet on each axis. We'll then select the first 2 frames for my idle. If you accidentally select another frame that you don't want, just left click it again. Then I'll hit add 2 frames. Now where it says default, double click it and you can rename it to idle. Now above here you'll see some extra buttons. The first one will allow us to add additional animations. The second will remove the currently selected animation. The third will make the animation run as soon as the animated sprite is loaded into the game. And the fourth will make the animation loop. Next, we can change the amount of frames per second or speed of the animation. I will now add 3 additional animations and rename them to walk, jump, and fall. I'll then add the frames like before. Select jump, remove the loop, select fall and remove the loop as well. Then for walk, I'm going to change the speed to 8 frames per second. Now to have these animations run in game, add a script to the character body 2D. I'll make an onReady variable to grab the animated sprite. This is so that in the case that I move the animated sprite node in the scene tree, I don't have to rewrite it multiple times throughout the script. You can place this line of code anywhere within your script to play any of the animations we just created. Just make sure that you correctly type the name of the animation in the brackets. Some additional information is you can select the animated sprite node and go to node, then signals. Connect any of these signals to your script. Animation finished is the most useful signal. Right click it, hit connect, and then connect it to your script. You can also connect any of the other signals in the same way. As for the AnimationPlayer method, add a sprite to your scene, select texture and hit quick load and load the sprite sheet. Then go to texture and change it to nearest as I'm using pixel art. From here, we will add an AnimationPlayer node to the scene. Keep in mind that the AnimationPlayer node does not require to be a child of the sprite. It just needs to be in the same scene. Next, we'll add a new animation, call it idle. And selecting the sprite while the animation tab is open at the bottom will allow us to keyframe its different properties. From here, there are 2 directions we can take to animate and they will depend on whether the sprite sheet is even or not. In the case that it is not even, go to region and hit enable. Select edit region, change the snap mode to grid snap, zoom in. Now if you are using pixel art as well and your sprite sheet isn't even, it's best to change the step to 1 pixel by 1 pixel, hit enter. From here, I'll zoom in more with the scroll wheel and select the entire frame and hit close. And doing this method, you need to make sure that the width and height of the selection is the same for each frame to ensure that there's no offsetting issues. Then select the keyframe button next to rect and hit create. Now we'll set the snap to 0.1. This will make it so that when we move the playhead, it snaps to 0.1 seconds. We'll move to 0.1, hit edit region again, select the next frame, hit close, and keyframe again. Now when doing this method, you'll see that it'll scroll through. To fix this, hold left click and select a drag box over the Region Rect. Change the easing by right clicking it and set it to 0. This will remove that weird animation. We can then set our animation time to 0.2 and enable loop. Again, this method is meant for uneven sprite sheets and it is not recommended if your sprite sheet is even. Because mine is, I'm going to go ahead and remove these Region Rect keyframes and change loop off and set the time back to 1. I'll then select Sprite 2D and I'll disable region. As for the method where the sprite sheet is even, go to animation and change the H frames to 4 and the V frames to 3. Next, we will keyframe the frame property and hit create. Make sure to set this snap to 0.1, move the playhead to 0.1, change the frame to 1, and hit keyframe again. Then change the total time to 0.2, enable loop. Now when you play the animation, it'll loop the idle. As for changing the speed of the animation, select the AnimationPlayer node and change the speed scale. Keep in mind that if you do change the speed scale, it'll affect all animations. If you want it to only affect one animation in particular, you'll have to keyframe it as well. I'll set mine to 0.5 and keyframe it onto my idle animation. Now if you want to move the keyframe, you can simply hold left click on it and drag it. To make the animation run as soon as the sprite and the AnimationPlayer node is loaded into the scene, select the autoplay on start. I will now create a new animation for walk, jump, and fall. As the same with the idle, select animation, hit new, name it jump, fall, walk. Now because I want the speed of my walk to be a little bit faster, I'll set the speed scale to 1.25, then press the keyframe and hit create. Keep in mind that we need to also set the speed scale in other animations that we don't want affected. For fall and jump, I'm going to set those to 0.5, the same as my idle. Some additional information is that you can right click on a keyframe and hit delete. You can also drag the playhead, select the keyframe and hit Control or Command D to duplicate it. Now to make this animation run while the game is playing, select the character body 2D and add a script. Like before, I'll create an onReady variable to grab the animation player. This is so that if we move the animation player or the sprite node within the scene tree, we only need to change its path once rather than multiple times. From here, we call this line to play any of the animations that we have created. Just make sure that the name of the animation is spelled correctly and that this line is placed within a function. Some additional information is that you can select the AnimationPlayer node, go to Node, Signals, and connect any of its signals to the script. The most useful of these is the Animation Finish signal, which we can connect by right-clicking and hitting Connect. Select the node with a script and hit Connect. Some of the signals will have a built-in variable. This means that we can check this to know exactly what animation ran. We can use a simple if statement like this to check for a specific animation. Alternatively, we can use a match function, which works effectively the same as a bunch of if-else statements, but with a little bit better performance.